Greetings, fellow Earthlings. Today is November 18th, 2024, and this is episode 43 of MindMosaic. So, in my last video, I received a comment from a person by the name of Apocalypsis Historia, who prompted me or invited me to explore the linguistic connections between two words. These words being grammar and glamour. Now, this search led me down a rabbit hole of discovery, which ultimately culminated in the discovery of a single phrase. The coincidental etymology of grammar and glamour is a fascinating apocalypse which inspires ecstasy. Now, this seemingly simple grouping of words is actually an immensely powerful statement, which, when analyzed, reveals deeper, hidden truths about casting spells and spelling words. So let's break it down. Etymology refers to the origins and the historical development of words. And while on the surface it may seem like sort of a drab and boring practice, it is so powerful because it reveals the hidden threads of meaning that tie words together across time. And we're talking about words that you might otherwise have no idea are even related in any kind of way. I have some info here so that I can actually get this stuff right, because I'm not a dictionary. But to unpack the etymology of the word etymology is to discover the Greek word etymon, meaning true sense or true meaning, and logia, meaning the study of. So etymology is the study of true meaning. It is the study of the true meaning in words, not the apparent meaning. So by exploring this word and its origins, we unveil this hidden meaning, which in this case refers to actually the process of unveiling the true hidden meaning in words. The key here being that this study in turn is capable of breaking the illusions and the enchantments cast by language, which often obscure the very meanings of words. By studying etymology, we are peeling back the layers of superficial meaning and returning words to their purest form, like reducing them to their most fundamental essence, dispelling the glamour or the false sheen that these words may have accumulated over the ages. Now, this brings us back to the connection between grammar and glamour. As Apocalypsis pointed out, there is a shared origin here. So both of these words share their origin in the word gramma. It's a Greek word. It means letter. In the Middle Ages, which was a time rampant with illiteracy, the idea of pursuing the study of grammar or language in general had a lot of ties to sort of mystical or esoteric traditions. To study words in that time was to practice a divine art of structuring, which was believed to be capable of unlocking secrets and revealing hidden or divine knowledge of the universe. So, branching off from that Greek gramma, which means letter, we get the French. So, branching off from that Greek grammar or gramma, we get the French glamour, which refers to an enchantment or magical spell. So, this shares obviously a deep connection with the historical definition of gramma, which in a sense was the study of magical spells. It was heavily tied to the study of magic, and what that word meant in that time. Back then, glamour was not something that referred to a allure or like a superficial charm. It referred to a powerful enchantment, something that could be created through language's power, in line with the intellectual and mystical traditions of the time. But it more had the connotation of obscuring or concealing the truth rather than revealing it. Think of a sorcerer or a street magician. Instead of performing miracles, they are creating illusions, doing tricks that confound the mind and the logical processes that govern it. To cast a glamour was to use the power of grammar to weave illusions, to cast spells that distort reality through enchantment. So these two words share the same etymological root, which ties them together in the context of the mystical power of language. Grammar refers to structure, order, and the divine knowledge of the universe that is revealed through language. Glamour is the illusions that are cast to distort reality and meaning through language. The connection between these words suggests a shared mystical power inherent to language itself. Both of these words have the power to shape and alter reality, one by revealing it, grammar, and the other by obscuring and distorting it, glamour. Now, this connection sheds new light on our understanding of the word coincidence. The root of coincidence is from the Latin coincidere, meaning to fall together. The deeper meaning of this word suggests themes of either the unseen hand of fate, something like that, or the patterns of a deeper hidden logic at play, waiting to be unveiled. Either way, it suggests that there is more to coincidence than merely random randomness. The way that we understand coincidence in modern times is as something entirely random, subject to chance, and in no way tied to a hidden, deeper order. It is kind of interesting the way that these words evolve, can sometimes obscure or even betray their own original meanings. So this is utterly fascinating. But what about that word, fascinating? Well, the word fascinate comes from the Latin fascinare, meaning to bewitch or to enchant, derived from fascinum, meaning spell. Fascination is kind of like a magical force that binds us towards a specific idea or a situation or something that causes us this allure, this charm. Now, this spell can be broken through understanding, and by unpacking the etymological origins of words like fascinate, we break the spell in a sense because we see it for what it is, as something that narrows our view, blinding us to the full scope of reality. To see through and beyond fascination is to see the truth beyond the charm, the grammar behind the glamour. And this is an apocalypse. I might lose some of y'all with this one, because this word has been so distorted throughout history. Whereas now, the word apocalypse evokes themes of death, destruction, the end of the world, the end times, judgment day. The original meaning of the word was far more enlightened. From the Greek apocalypsis, meaning revelation or unveiling. The apocalypse is not an end, it's an unveiling. It's a revealing of what was previously hidden. It is the breaking of the spells that cloud our vision, allowing us to see the truth that may have been obscured by the glamour of the word. And again, being able to see that deeper hidden truth that exists beyond the apocalypse, beyond this veil of fascination and allure. I find this idea of unveiling, of the truth coming to light, to be something very inspiring. It's a powerful motif. But inspiring, whoa, what does that mean? It's just another word. What is the actual definition? So the roots of this word inspire come from the Latin inspirare, meaning to breathe into. This idea, it still carries some of that ancient magic. To be inspired is to be filled with the breath of something divine, to be invigorated with life and energy. But the deeper question remains: what is the true source of inspiration? Is it not like breathing life into the dead, to imbue meaning into something seemingly mundane, to animate something dormant, something full of potential that lies within a seemingly hollow husk? It again carries these apocalyptic themes of unveiling. All of this magical, etymological revelation fills me with a sense of ecstasy. Now, I don't mean ecstasy in the way that we understand it now. I am speaking of ecstasy in a deeper way, the way that it is described through its etymological origins. Rooted in the Greek ekstasis, meaning standing outside of oneself or being moved out of oneself. In its truest sense, ecstasy is not about pleasure. It's about experiencing reality from a position or an expanded perspective that exists beyond the scope of yourself, stepping aside, outside of your ordinary perceptual state, and accessing a deeper, more profound experience. Again, a form of revelation, a breaking of a spell, and an unveiling of a deeper, true magic, which is the full perspective, the liberated perspective from illusions and the experience of the truth. So, pretty much, by tracing the etymological origins of words, we break the spells that keep us bound to their most superficial definitions. This is the study and the path that leads to unveiling the hidden connections between language and magic. And magic is such a weird word because it's so weird to talk about this thing that is so obviously not real as if it's real, but I believe it's more complicated than that, because it is the best word for what I'm talking about right now. This, once again, comes back to this dual meaning of magic, and it is the same dual meaning between glamour and grammar, as something elusive and fictitious, but also something undeniably true. And what I am encouraging through this study of etymology and uncovering the deeper meanings of words is that this is the path to dispelling all illusions and uncovering the truth that has always been there. So, with all of that said and all of that out of the way, I will say this once again. The coincidental etymology of grammar and glamour is a fascinating apocalypse which inspires ecstasy. That's it. I'll see you later, Earthlings. Aliens are real. What the heck?